the MTA's 2025 to 2044. 20 years needs assessment draft plan has been published, and there is a lot of investments that the MTA wants to put in. We're going to go through those in this video. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be going through all the station needs and all that. We're just going to go through possible train extensions and other things. First of all, let's talk about the 10th Avenue station on the Flushing line. There will be a new station at 41st Street and 10th Avenue on the Flushing line. This would be a very good connection for a lot of nearby stations in Midtown West, because there's a huge gap between 34th Street, Hudson Yards, and Times Square 42nd Street. The Danbury Southeast, I don't even know what this is. I think this is Metro North, because it says reactivation of a 14-mile portion of the Beacon Line between Southeast New York and Danbury, Connecticut for passenger service. I don't ride the Metro North, so I don't know what that is. So if you do, good for you. The extension of the New Lots line, or the Eastern Parkway Local line. So it would go through Southeast, through the Livonia Yard, to a new terminal on either Linwood Street and Elton Street, or a vicinity of the Spring Creek and Gateway Center Mall. We might need some Metro North line capacity improvements, with including construction of a third mainline track between Crestwood and North White Plains, as well as capital investments in power, signals, communications, and capacity improvements, and associated investments in Brewster Yard. The Hudson line connecting to Penn Station. So currently, the only plan right now, I believe, is the, what's it called? I don't know what the red line is. Some Connecticut line, I don't know. New Haven, I don't know. I'm gonna check right now. It's the New Haven line. Yes, definitely, sure. So we might have some extensions with the possibilities of the Hudson line going to Penn Station. Currently, there is the Amtrak track whenever it connects from Penn Station to, I believe, Yonkers. Whenever you ride an Amtrak, I believe, there's a track that follows the West Side Highway, and then it goes underground at around 72nd Street. Obviously, the Interborough Express, I have a video on that. I believe it's going to pop up on the top right of your screen right now. The Inner New Haven Yard. So there's a new storage yard for Metro North's New Haven line fleet in Portchester, New York for capacity enhancement. Bringing back the Long Island Railroad Amherst Station. So if we look at the track map, which I'll show you right now, it's no longer a thing. Right now, it will be from Metzwillet's Point to Woodside, which Metzwillet's Point, not really useful. It doesn't stop all the time. But it will be reconstructed again, so that could be a possibility. There could be a Myrtle Avenue busway, so all like the other busways on Main Street, Jamaica, 181st Street. I'm naming all of them I can, okay? Give me some time. I believe a lot of Bronx areas, corridors, are getting busways as well, so like East 149th Street, Gun Hill Road, I believe, and Pelham Bay Station area, I believe, and also L. Grant University Highway. I don't even know how to print what that name is anymore. So it would be half a mile between Palmetto Street near, what in the world are these street names? Onderdonk Avenue to Fresh Pond Road. So Port Jefferson branch improvements, so it would be double tracking, stations, electrification, storage yard, and associated infrastructure. The Port Jervis line, this is the Metro North, which is, I believe, the blue line, I think. Actually, no, it's an orange line. It's in another area, okay? It's past like west, the what's it called? The Tappan Zee. No one knows what orange and purple is. If I didn't tell you, I don't think anybody would know that the orange and these purple lines exist. Anyways, the pass west of the Hudson River, no one knows it. Especially this Paxsack Valley line. I don't think anybody would know it anyways. It only runs 3 stops, and I think it's like 10 to 15 minutes or something. And then that's near the New Jersey border, so it will be run by New Jersey Transit, I believe. The New Jersey Transit main line. So adding capacity on the Metro Northport Jervis line and including construction of a new rail yard at Campbell Hall. I don't even know what that is. You guys know what that is, I think. The rail line and branch electrification, creating a new analytical framework for electrifying MTA's remaining diesel rail territory, so I believe most of the fleet. I can't name an electric train that the MTA has. Besides, I don't think commuter rail, maybe? So the reactivation of the lower Montauk branch. So I don't know what this is, but it's reactivating a 9-mile segment of Long Island Railroad's lower Montauk branch between Jamaica and Long Island City. I have no idea how that is going to work, but I don't even know where the current Montauk goes, so there you have it. The Rockaway Beach branch, which is a former 8-mile segment along a former Long Island Railroad right-of-way in central Queens, including construction of new stations in central Queens with connections at Aqueduct and Howard Beach. How does that work? Is this like that weird track that runs along Ozone Park or something? Is it that? I don't know. I think that is. The 2nd Avenue subway, but expanding westbound to 125th Street. So, obviously, we know 125th Street is crowded, so that it's probably the worst corridors ever. So, it would either terminate at 137th Street City College to transfer with the 1 train, or at St. Nicholas Avenue and No. It will keep going on St. Nicholas and terminate at 135th Street. I don't like this idea with the St. Nicholas idea because 135th Street is a local station. And I don't know how they're going to do that because they already have upper and lower levels, I believe. I don't know. Because, the Concourse line and the 8th Avenue line split up at around 145th Street. And they end up with, I believe, 3 tracks on the Concourse line and 4 tracks on the 8th Avenue line. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But if we look at this track map at 135th Street, there's a bunch of tracks. Actually, no. They split up at between 135th and 145th, so it should be good. But I still don't like the idea of terminating at 135th Street, because it is a local station, but I could be saying something else. So, Phase 3 of the 2nd Avenue subway, I don't really like this. Speaking of the fact that we already have an M15 select bus service, so there's really no point in a 2nd Avenue line at all. So, I would probably just scrape the idea of a T-train between Hanover Square and 125th Street. I used to love it, but I don't think it goes anywhere at this point, so I don't think we need it. So, there's Montauk and... what is this word? Spionk? You have some very weird Long Island towns. So there's adding capacity on the Montauk branch between, I don't even know how to pronounce this, and Montauk, including signal upgrades and associated infrastructure work. So the Staten Island North Shore Bus Rapid Transit. So this is, I believe, a new, I don't even know what this is. Is this like a bus route? Is this a bus route?
6.5 hours later.
Is this a bus route, guys? I don't know. Oh, it says implementing 2 new BRT routes. It says bus rapid transit routes for approximately 9 miles in exclusive lane on Richmond Terrace and mixed along on South Avenue. Isn't that basically the S40 and the S46? I could be wrong, but I don't know. I guess they're just trying to make it more clearer. Oh my god, guys. They're connecting the west shore of the Staten Island. So basically there would be a bus route that would run between Newark Airport and Totenville. I think a lot of Staten Islanders have expected this. There is no bus route that goes into New Jersey. Wait, no. The S89 does. But let's not talk about that. Pretend I never said that. So, the BRT along Korean War Veterans Parkway, does that mean they're just making it on the highway? So they're just taking out 1 lane? I don't know. What do you guys think? So, the BRT along Richmond and Korean Wars to Totenville to Bayonne. So, that's basically combining the S89 together with another route to New Jersey and back. So, are they just basically just making the S89 longer? I have no idea what this means anymore. Sunnyside and Long Island City transit improvements. So they're assessing the transit needs of a Sunnyside and Long Island City area, including potential new Sunnyside, Long Island Railroad, and Metro North stations. So they're adding a new station at Sunnyside. It should be around somewhere with that big fat yard that they have that's taking over all the space. So Utica Avenue transit improvements, so possibly adding a line on Utica Avenue. I don't know why they need it, because, well, I haven't been on the B46 before, so I don't know how bad it is. But if it's bad, they should need one, but if the B46 runs well with the bus lanes, I don't think they should need it. So this one, okay, so they want to extend the W line to Red Hook, and it will run through the Montague Street Tunnel, which is the R line, to Red Hook, Brooklyn, including new stations at Columbia Waterfront, so it will be Columbia and Kane Streets, Atlantic Basin, Van Brunt and Verona Streets, and Red Hook, Lorraine, and Hicks Streets, and a possible continuation to the existing station at 4th Avenue, 9th Street. I don't know if that's going to be above or lower, because I don't know if they have enough space to build up to, like, how tall it is. It's literally, I don't think they would be able to do that. It's probably a neighborhood, so I don't know. And the west of Hudson Regional Transit Access Study, so Stewart Airport Link, so it will be mobility and accessibility between Orange County, Stewart International Airport, and the surrounding areas, the lower Hudson Valley, and New York City. So these are the list of projects. I did go through all of them, but if you want to go back to others, you can check out the link in the description down below.